Hi everyone, the Hornet guy here. I'm going to be doing a series of videos on how I prep my 17 Hornet brass and reload for my 17 Hornet with outstanding results. First thing I'd like to say is I've been shooting the Hornet, especially the 17 Hornet, for 3.5, nearly 4 years now, and I've been reloading for that same amount of time. People on forums say that Hornety brass is inferior, but well, I beg to differ. I've been reloading this brass now for 3.5, nearly 4 years, and I have no issues. I had no issues whatsoever with this brass. I have had no neck splits, head separations, cracks, or dents, or major dents caused by firing on Hornety brass whatsoever. I have had individual pieces of brass which I have reloaded 8-9 times with no issues. Right, the first thing you have to do is put your shell holder in, which is specific to your calibre or your cartridge, which is a 17 Hornet, which I've got on there at the moment. Then what I do is I put a neck size die in, screw it all the way down, make sure it bottoms out. Then what I do is I make sure I've taken the expander ball off. I'm using a Reading dies, neck sizing die. I take the expander ball off because I don't want to touch the brass at all. All I want to do is decap or deprime the case. So by taking the expander ball off, I won't be resizing the case. And what I do then is I make sure that the actual rod is longer than what it needs to be, as you can see protruding from the bottom, so that I don't have to push all of the case all the way into the die to touch the neck, because all I'm basically doing is just decapping the primers from these once fired cases. Oh, that's it out. I don't know if you can hear it. That's it done. I'm not resizing. All I'm doing is just decapping, depriming. Easy as that. Not putting any pressure on, just a slight little touch just to make sure it pops the primer out. As you can see, I've still got loads of room for the brass to go inside the die, so I'm not resizing the die whatsoever. The neck or the shoulders not touching the inside of the die. This is once fired brass, factory ammo, once fired brass. First thing I always do is I always inspect to make sure there's no cracks or flaws in the brass whatsoever. Then I get a nylon scourer, pan scourer, just quickly scrub around the neck, scrub around the case. It doesn't damage it, it doesn't scratch it, because it's made of nylon or hard plastic. That's one done. Same again. Inspect your case, especially around the head, around the neck and around the mouth. Right, after I've cleaned, I'll give the brass a little scrub around the neck and the case, and after I've inspected them all, I then don't know if you can see, the primer pocket's full of carbon. I don't know if I can get it to focus right. But also, with this being once fired factory ammo, I like to uniform all my primer pockets so that they're all the same. I do this using a small primer pocket uniformer. This can be fitted on a hand tool or on a drill, some form of a drill, or like I've got here, a Lyman's Prep Centre. I bought the Lyman's Prep Centre because it takes a lot of time to do it manually by hand, and this saves a lot of time and effort and wear on your fingers. So all I do is just get the case, push down, you'll hear it, you'll know when it's stopped. That's clean as well. All it's doing is it's just uniforming the primer pockets so they're all the same to Sammy's spec. There's not much brass coming off these, so they must be fairly decent. I'll do a review on this Lyman's Prep Centre later on. Saves a lot of time, well worth the money. As you can most probably see from the photograph, you can see all the brass shavings that have come off the inside of the primer pocket. So now they are all uniform. Next thing I like to do is, got a 17 cal wire brush, just run the neck down, take it off, just rinse and repeat, run the neck down, take it off. All you're doing is just clearing any excess carbon build up on the inside of the neck. The next thing I'd like to do, after I've done uniformed the primer pockets and cleaned the inside of the neck and the mouth with the wire brush, 17 cal wire brush, is I like to uniform or deburr, the inside of the flash hole. If you look here, this is a flash hole that has been punched through from the manufacturer, which has not been deburred. If you have a look, you can see little bits of metal that are stuck up. This can alter the ignition of your propellant in your case once the primer is detonated, due to the fact that the flash can be deflected to one side, so you don't get a uniform ignition, which could affect accuracy and consistency of your bullet. This side is what it should look like after you have deburred the flash hole. To do this, I use a Sinclair, whichever way around it is, a Sinclair flash hole deburr tool. This is 17 cal specific. I've got another one which is universal, but because the 17 cal is such a small bullet, the universal one won't fit inside the neck and the mouth, so I had to buy, and this is one of the best ones I found on the market for doing this job. Does the purpose really, really well. Like I said, all you're doing is inserting into the mouth of your case, push it home, and then twist. You'll hear it stop cutting and you'll feel it, so you know when you've done. It's easy as that. Twist. Same again. One more.